Hello, lovely ladies. Welcome back to the Renaissance Woman of Style, image consulting, personal styling, and transformative lifestyle community. For those of you who do not already know who I am and what I am all about, my name is Tonya J, and I am a certified image consultant, personal stylist. I help ambitious, amazing women such as yourselves who are at a certain transition in your life and you are ready to make those inner transformations as well as outer transformations and have that new lifestyle that you desire for yourself to also match the outer changes that you are going through. I know I've been putting off coming back and doing a Q&A for those of you who have taken the time to check out my color branding mini series. Now, if you are new to the channel and you have not checked out my color branding mini series, it is a free mini course that I have posted here on the channel for those women who feel like they are not showing up the best in the colors and accessories and makeup choices that you are currently wearing for your existing wardrobe items. You just feel like your image, your personal style, your personal brand is completely off and it's not in alignment with where you see yourself in the next year, 2 years, 3 years from now, and you are ready to put in the work. I am here to help you begin that process. Firstly, by discovering your best color palette. And why is this important? Because the way that I work with my clients, there are 4 pillars to putting together your personal brand, both online and offline. And the first pillar is knowing what your best colors are. What is your dominant color season? What is your sister or flow color season? And then blending those beautiful palettes together to come up with a new personalized color palette that works with your lifestyle, that works with your desired goals, both personally and professionally, and also speaks to you as a person, as an individual, as a woman who is representing her personal brand. Everyone needs a personal brand. And I don't care if you are working a behind the scenes 9-to-5 job or if you are in front of the cameras every day as an entrepreneur, we all need a personal brand. And I spoke a little bit about this throughout my color branding mini series. And again, if you haven't checked out that mini series, I advise you to go back and check it out. If you happen to have just be coming across this video through YouTube search or this video was recommended to you, I highly suggest that you go and check out that free mini course, the Color Branding Imprint series. I've had a lot of amazing feedback on the advice and tips that I've shared within that particular color branding series. But today's video is getting into some common questions that I've received or that I've come across via YouTube or on other platforms that many women seem to be having, I guess, a lot of curiosity and questions and even misconceptions about the benefits of color analysis, as I like to say, color branding. It's a more modern term for me. And I'd also like to take the time to dispel some myths around color analysis as well. So we're going to hop into that, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about my new service, the color branding virtual services that are now available and that I will be linking to within this video. But let's get to some of the common questions. I know that some of you may have some confusion around your color season and if you have warm colored skin but cool colored hair or cool colored eyes but warm colored skin, if that makes you a completely different season and all of the jazz, right? All of the things, right? So the first question right off the bat that I have received is, can I wear colors outside of my color season? Yes, of course you can. It is your style, it is your clothing. If you want to experiment with a completely different color season, that is up to you. Now, I cannot force you. I cannot tell you what to do with the colors that you are choosing to wear. You're personally going to have to discover that for yourself. However, what I will say is that if you are working with me as my one-to-one private client, you will already have your dominant color season. So that is your go-to primary color season, whether you are a deep winter woman of style or a soft autumn woman of style or a sparkling bright spring woman of style. When you are working with me, you will receive your dominant primary color season. That is your home color season. But can you wear another color season and color palette? Absolutely. And will those colors complement you? Absolutely. So in a very future post that I'm going to be making here on the channel, I'm going to be showing you my own personal color analysis, being a deep winter woman of style. That is my home dominant primary color season and palette. But I can also flow into and borrow colors, quite a few colors actually, from the deep autumn color season and color palette. So what does that make me? That makes me a blend of both deep winter and being a deep autumn woman of style. And when I tell you the differences in colors, they're not that different, but there's a subtle difference, obviously, in terms of the coolness of being a deep winter and that of being a deep autumn, of being a warm color season as well. And how can I possibly wear both a cool and a warm color season? That is the magic and beauty of having a professional color assessment done with a certified image consultant and personal stylist, is that you will find that you will be a dominant color season and that you can also borrow outside colors from your sister flow color season. And if you haven't watched my mini series on flow colors, what are they? How can you apply them to your existing wardrobe? Please do check out the playlist, and I will link to that particular playlist below this video as well. So to answer the question, yes, of course, you can wear colors outside of your color season if you choose to. I'm not the color police, but if you are working with me one-to-one as a private client, you will definitely know what your best beautiful primary dominant colors are, and you will also receive additional colors from your flow and sister color season. So I hope that answers that particular viewer's question. The second question is, what colors make me look younger? Very simple. If you are wearing the correct color season and color palette, you will never have to worry about choosing a color from your color palette or your existing colors in your wardrobe, because all of your colors, if you are in the correct color season and color palette, will bring you to life, will have you glowing and looking your absolute most youthful, healthiest, glowing goddess that you are. So is there a range of colors that one can use to bring vitality and a healthy glow to your skin? I would say if you are, for example, a warm spring woman of style, your blues and greens from your personal color palette look absolutely stunning on you. I would say if you are a cool winter, your purples, your blues, some of the greens, the cooler greens, look absolutely amazing on you. It all comes down to your signature color season and color palette. If you are let's say a warm autumn trying to wear cool summer colors, you're automatically going to be clashing with the color trying to wear you rather than you wearing the color. So if you are wearing the correct primary color season for yourself and you have been assessed correctly, every color within your color palette should bring you to life and should bring a certain je ne sais quoi to your overall image, your overall personal brand. If you want to evoke a certain energy, evoke a certain mood, there are certain colors that should be able to do that within your own dominant color palette or even your sister flow color palette as well. moving along, what are the best colors for formal events? I absolutely love the deepest, most potent jewel colors that you can find within your own signature color palette. So for me, being a deep winter woman of style, I know that deep ruby reds, deep burgundies, sapphire blues, beautiful emerald greens, canary yellows, even black worn with beautiful antique gold, antique silver works quite beautifully on me. And that is because, again, I am wearing my sister season. So if you have a formal event to go to and use, let's just say that you've already been assessed, you already know what your best colors are, your color season and color palette match your overall natural coloring, look to the most potent, clearest jewel tone colors from your particular color palette, and those will probably be your best evening accessories and also evening gown or even evening cocktail dresses that you can utilize as well. I know that's kind of a bit of a general response to that particular question that I received, but you have to realize now that hopefully you've gone through the color branding imprint course, you've gone through the flow color mini series, and I also have done your best accessory metals in terms of wearing gold or silver. You should have a pretty good idea of what your color season and color palette is to begin experimenting with those colors. Additionally, what I also will say is that doing it yourself in terms of figuring out what your best color season and color palette is a completely different experience from having your colors professionally done by a certified image consultant or personal stylist who has gone through the color training to be able to objectively look at your natural coloring and create a signature color branding palette that is specific to you. I would say the safest decision is to look for the most clearest, most potent, most jewel tone colors from your particular palette. But again, if I'm not doing a personal assessment for you and giving you your report, it's hard for me to say, okay, well, you're a deep winter, these are the best colors for you. Because again, I'm also looking at your personality, I'm also looking at your beautiful face and the energy that you're giving me through the photos that you submit when I'm doing your color assessment. Okay, so the next question is, how does age impact my color choices? And this is such a good question, because going back to redo my own color assessment from a few years ago when I was going through the color training, I noticed that there's more colors that I'm more willing to experiment with than I was in the past. When I first got my colors done, I so wanted to be a warm autumn woman of style. Even though my flow color season is in fact a deep autumn woman of style, I know now that I can wear deep burnt pumpkin orange. Ask me a few years ago if I would have ever touched the color orange, any variation of the color orange, I would have said that is a definite no, do not add that in my color palette. But now that I've redone my color palette, and I'll be doing a separate video on that, and I see the color of burnt orange, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful color. This color would look so beautiful on a antique gold accessory necklace, or wearing, you know, antique earrings, or a certain color palette of makeup that I may want to wear with it. So yes, as you evolve, as you mature, there are some colors that maybe perhaps you would never have wanted to, you know, wear or resonated with, and now that you become a little older, there are certain colors that you may gravitate towards. And I find that I love quite a bit of the colors from my flow sister color season of being a deep autumn woman of style, even though my home color season, my primary dominant color season, is that of being a deep autumn woman of style. So yes, with age, your color choices do change. Now, let's talk about your physical. As you change, as you get older, your color tends to temper a little bit. So if you were to see which you will, but when you look at my younger photos, when I discovered my color palette of being a deep winter woman of style, I was a little bit more edgier and more potent in my hair color and the contrast of my natural skin coloring. But as I've gotten older, the intensity of being a deep winter has tempered just a little bit. And that tends to happen sometimes. Let's say, for example, you happen to be a soft autumn woman of style. Later in life, I'm not saying it happens for all women, but for some women, you may find that your temperature tempers just a little bit. So it cools down a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the right wording that I'm using, but I hope you're getting like an understanding of what I'm saying. If you happen to be a soft autumn woman of style, you may find that your color has tempered a little bit, and you may find that you are able to wear quite a few more colors from the soft autumn color palette. Because remember, your flow sister color season is just those colors that are softer, not necessarily more warmer or cooler, depending on what color season you fall into. It's just that the colors are a blend of both seasons. So if you happen to be a soft autumn, you can equally wear quite a few beautiful soft summer colors as well. And you may find that as you get older and your hair color starts to change a little bit, you may find that you can wear more colors from the soft summer season, even though you are a dominant soft autumn woman of style. And I'm sorry if that's a little bit confusing for you. That's why it is so highly recommended that you at least get one color assessment / consultation once in your lifetime, just to know that you are on the right track in terms of the colors that resonate best with you and your lifestyle and your existing wardrobe, accessories, and makeup. And so the next question is, can I have more than one dominant color season? And I think I've already touched upon this already. Yes, you can. It just depends what your primary color season is versus what your flow color season is, and being able to blend those colors beautifully together. Again, I am not the color police. If you want to wear whatever color from the rainbow of colors that are available to you, then so be it. But if you want to be precise, if you want to feel comfortable and you want to feel confident in the colors that you are wearing, you're going to want to make sure that first you know what your best signature dominant primary color season and color palette is, and then knowing what the range of extended flow sister color seasons are available to you as well. And we all have an additional flow sister color season. If you're a deep autumn, it's the reverse for you. You can wear deep winter colors. If you are a clear spring, you can wear clear winter colors as well. Because here's the secret, if you missed it, I had already mentioned it, you are a blend of both color seasons and color palettes. If you are a clear spring, you can also wear clear winter colors. The trick is finding the most clearest colors from the clear winter color palette that are able to balance out the clearness and warmness of your natural coloring. And the best way to know that, again, I will highly, highly advise that you invest at least once in your life in a color consultation. Okay, moving along. What are the best colors for my profession? Well, you weren't specific when you left that comment on that particular video. Are you in corporate 9 to 5? Are you in a creative career? Are you a teacher? Are you a freelancer? I don't know what your style personality is. So the colors that are available to you can range in various different intensities, moods, energy that you choose through the specific color that you're wearing. It all depends on the profession that you are in. I can give you a very simple example. Let's say you are in a creative field such as design, architecture, and you're meeting with clients. You're going to want to keep it corporate, but you're also going to want to show a little bit of your artistic flair as well. So adding corporate colors such as navy blue, black, brown, creams, tans, and then maybe adding some accent colors into that overall outfit just to show a little bit of your artistic flair as well is always recommended. But again, what intensity of blue, what intensity of red, what intensity of tan, that all depends on your signature color palette and what works best with your natural coloring. Okay, so here we have, how do I transition colors between seasons? This is a great comment and question as well. How do we transition colors between seasons? So now that we are nearing the end of summer and we're getting ready to transition into the fall season, perhaps you've been wearing a lot of yellows and blues, a lot of white for the summer season, and you're not quite ready to get rid of those. You can always balance those out with outer accessories or makeup or nail polish that is just touching a little bit on the fall color season, but also complements that color of summer that you've been wearing from your color range for your particular palette for summer. So again, I'll use myself as an example. Being a deep winter woman of style, I wear a lot of pink and blue and white during the summer season, but now that we're transitioning into the fall season, I probably may mix it up with some tans and browns and deep burgundies, whether as nail color, whether in my accessories, whether as a pop of color on my lips, just to warm it up a bit and to start slowly transitioning my colors and my existing wardrobe and accessories for the upcoming fall winter season. And again, I know I said I was going to save this for the end of the video, but if you are investing in a one-to-one color branding consult with me, your assessment is going to show you how to blend your colors for specific seasons, what outfits to wear, but it all depends on the package that you decide to invest in as well for yourself. Okay, and lastly, for questions, how does hair color dye affect my color season? Well, again, if you know what your true color season and color palette is, it doesn't mean that you have to stay natural black, natural blonde, or gray, red, however, whatever your natural hair color is, as long as you are choosing hair dyes that match or complement or resonate with your natural skin coloring, you can choose whatever hair color you want, as long as it's in that range of colors that complement your warm or cool undertones. So for me, when you guys see my personal color analysis, you're going to see the difference, because as a deep winter, I showed you a picture where I'm wearing my natural hair color, and my natural hair color is a jet black color. Now, the color of black on a deep winter, I prefer to wear that during the winter season because I feel that it works well with my overall coloring. But as you can see, my hair color now is a soft chocolate color because I am also a blend of deep autumn coloring as well. So as I was saying before, I'm a dominant primary deep winter woman of style, but my sister flow color season and palette is that of deep autumn. So I can get away with wearing deep chestnut brown, dark chocolate browns, and that is my way of being able to warm up my skin coloring. If I just want to completely change my entire look from season to season, as long as I'm staying within the range of colors. And you'll better understand this particular concept when you see my own color assessment in the next video that I post. So that is pretty much it for common questions. I want to get into a bit of the virtual color branding services that I'm going to be offering, but this video is getting a bit long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate video introducing you to my new color branding imprint virtual services that are now available. There's still a few details that I need to add in on the information page, but I'm going to take you through the actual page so you guys can get a feel and understand for what you're going to be investing in, because I do realize that this is a very personal experience that you are trusting possibly me to do your first consult, color consult, or second or third, depending. And I know that it can be nerve-wracking sometimes to have someone analyze your personal colors, because these are going to be colors that you're going to be wearing in your day-to-day life. And I completely get that. So I want to make sure that I spend the time and attention that you guys deserve on introducing you to this virtual service that's going to be launching very soon. So let's wrap up this video. I've answered the common color analysis questions that I've received on the channel and doing past consults as well. The next half of this video, part 2, I'm going to be getting into some common myths that women tend to have around investing in color analysis, and busting through those myths. And some of them are quite antiquated. They're very old and really don't have a place in where color analysis, as I like to say, color branding, has evolved to in the year of 2024 and moving forward. It's a completely different approach to color analysis than it was back in the 80s. So stick around for part 2. I am so happy to be back posting these videos for you lovely ladies. Again, if you have any questions or comments or feedback, please leave them below this video, and I'll see you in part 2.